Hi, Sam.
Hi, Lauraine.
Welcome to the Arbitration Pitch with Lauraine Darkwah. We are so glad to have you. I mean, you have a wealth of experience, especially in Kenya, and you've headed two institutions, and we'd love to know, how did this all start?
Well, thank you very much, Lauraine, for having me.
Most
I've
welcome.
also been seeing your work. I don't know how you do this. I think for us, we are more of back office, not front office. So I'm wondering how this will work, but
Yeah,
let's see.
yeah.
Now, my journey in, I don't call it in arbitration, mostly is in ADI. I know we are here to talk about arbitration, but
Right.
my journey in ADR actually began with mediation.
Mm.
Um, the first course I did was Introduction to Mediation in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I would say, I would credit it to my foremost mentor and also my former boss, Dr. Kariuki Muigwa.
Right.
I'm a late bloomer in the legal profession. Previously, I
Mm.
was a member of another bar. I used to be a barman.
Okay.
Uh, so when
So,
others say they're dual qualified, I also am also
dual
dual qualified.
qualified.
Yeah. So I've done being a barman and also being a waiter in
Mm.
some five-star hotels in Kenya
Wow.
before I transitioned 8 years later into the legal profession.
Wow.
So by the time I was coming onto the scene, that's about 2008, 2009, um, I found Dr. Muigwa doing his PhD.
Mm.
This PhD was on resolving environmental conflicts using mediation.
Okay.
So by default, I became his researcher.
Okay.
And in the process of researching, my interests was whetted.
Mm.
He was also teaching both arbitration and mediation courses for CIR back then.
Okay.
And I would help in preparing his teaching notes.
Mm.
And when he would go for the lectures, he was kind enough to carry his pupils along.
Mm.
So that's how I ended up being immersed in that. I ended up doing the course. He had a policy, and I think this is good for those out there who are bringing up young practitioners. He had a policy that if you pay for half the course, he'll pay for the other half, or the law firm would pay
Oh,
for the other half.
nice.
So anybody who wanted to study,
Mm-hmm.
you just had to look for 50%, and he would meet the other 50%. That was a good start off. Of course, by the time I became an associate, was earning my own salary, I was able to pay for my courses.
Mm.
But he made it a policy that anybody in the firm who wanted to learn would get an opportunity. And it is everybody, including those, there are those who start out as clerks and receptionists and secretaries. And I know two of them right now who manage the firm. One now has a master's degree, a master's in laws degree.
Wow.
And I think he's doing his fellowship for CIAB, but started as a clerk.
Wow.
In that firm. So I think that is the power of mentorship firsthand. So my journey of ADR is a product of mentorship.
Wow. That's amazing. It's interesting you speak about mentorship because there are a lot of young people now who don't know how to navigate the slippery slope of mentorship. And some are concerned that their mentors are too busy. Some are concerned that they send messages to their mentors and they don't receive responses. And probably they get discouraged. What will you say about that? How do you be a good mentee to your mentor?
Well, I think being persistent without, well, being annoying
Okay.
works, because there are those again that, can be too pushy, that the mentor is wondering what is happening. Granted, good mentors are busy people. That is a given.
Yeah.
That's why you are looking for them to mentor you. So if you're trying to look for somebody to mentor you, and this week is in London, tomorrow he's in Nairobi, the other week is here, or The next thing you hear, the lady has been appointed to this international court of arbitration or the other. So sometimes they get busy. Mm-hmm. So what I would say is that even as you're identifying your mentor, I was lucky to have a mentor by default, in that I applied to work in a firm. I didn't know that is what they did. I just applied because my friend who was then sort of managing the firm told me there is a vacancy for a researcher. You apply. Honestly, I was just looking for a place to work because I was fresh out of campus waiting to join the bar school to do my bar exams. So I was just literally looking for a place to work. I was not looking for a mentor. Right. And then when I got into that work, I realized that it is something that I enjoyed doing. And because I was directly under his supervision, I ended up doing most of the research and the preparatory works for arbitrations, for mediations. Things like preparing for the preliminary meeting, draft order for directions. Those are things that I did even before I did the actual arbitration courses themselves. Right. Because my boss then entrusted us and everybody else to be able, you've gone through, he used to say, you've gone through school, you've gone through university, what can you not do? So that was his starting point. And then he would correct you as you went along. So for those looking for mentors and they are frustrated, I would say don't be frustrated. And it is okay to have more than one mentor. Don't always have to go for that high-end, high-flying, always flying, and probably unavailable mentor. Yeah. You could have them for those strategic meetups that happen maybe once in a quarter, just to have quality time and touch-ups. But there's value in getting as many mentors you can get as possible, so that one, you resolve the issue of availability of the mentor. One, also to fast track your journey. Another thing people complain about is that since my mentor is not available, I've been at this journey for about 2-3 years, and I still feel inadequate. Right. Because you get to meet this mentor maybe once in half a year, or maybe once a year, or which is not sufficient. Right. So what I would say is that it also helps to get mentors in different levels, such that if I could use the CIAB structure, which is recognized, we have chartered arbitrators, we have fellows, members, and then the starters usually are at associate level or early membership. So as you're looking for mentors, you can get somebody who is member and been in arbitration for the last 6-7 years. You could get somebody who is a fellow who's been doing it for the last 10 years. They have experience. They have their war stories. They have things that they can share with you, the do's and the don'ts, etc., skills in drafting. And you might find that if you have a bigger pool, then you're able to learn faster, right, than just relying on one who may not be available. And remember, these high-end mentors are not very many. And those looking for mentorship and joining the field are quite many. Nowadays, you even have universities that have signed MOUs with CIAB, right, and other institutions like NCIA in Kenya, LCIA, maybe the Lagos Court of Arbitration, to get training in arbitration. And you find that if you're doing a Master of Laws, if you're doing a Bachelor of Laws, there is International Commercial Arbitration is a unit, and you get a pass mark of 75%, you're automatically qualified to apply for CIAB membership. Okay.